Dead or Alive 5 Ultimate put your face to a fighting game. There's an awesomely varied 29 character roster, each having 4 to 12 unlockable costumes, 24 different arenas with different levels and layers to them, as well as interactive objects. You have your standard versus mode, a tag mode, survival, arcade, online mode, which works amazingly well when you can find an opponent, which isn't too rare, but rare enough to be noticed. Create your own lobbies, have people drop into your single player matches if you have the option on, as well as a story mode and surprisingly deep training modes to help you become the very best, like no one ever was. Unfortunately, at least for my personal taste, this fighting game is more about combos than it is cool moves. This is no Mortal Kombat, Tekken, or Dragon Ball Z. This is all about pulling off combos, juggling your opponent, which can make the fighting seem fairly repetitive and basic. You essentially have a mid, high, and low variation of a kick, block, and punch for each character, and you take these 9 variants and turn them into combos, which sadly takes any spectacle out of the fighting. Even with the interactable stages, they're just no jump out of your seat moments. Thankfully, each character feels different. They all have their own martial arts style, and as a martial artist myself, it was quite satisfying pulling off strikes and grappling moves I was familiar with. This satisfaction due to familiarity made up for the pretty lifeless fights. But what isn't lifeless is this game's story mode. It's all about the 5th Dead or Alive tournament, at least I think, but then it's about a clone, and people from the tournament for some reason get involved. It's all over the place. I have no idea what went on in the story, but it was crazy and I enjoyed it. As you play through this impressively hefty 3-hour-long story mode, you get introduced to dozens of characters. This was my first Dead or Alive game, and I feel like the story mode did a perfect job of introducing these unfamiliar characters to me. The delivery of the story though, not so much. While I did find Dead or Alive ultimately fairly basic, it's full of content for fighting fans to sink their fists into. I give Dead or Alive 5 Ultimate a 7.5 out of 10